Jai Gurudev, Patti, it is wonderful to have you here today. You have had such an extraordinary journey with His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji. Can you tell us a bit about your life before you met Gurudev? Thank you for having me. My life before meeting Gurudev was very much rooted in the corporate world. I spent 20 years as a corporate executive with American Airlines and the Sabre Corporation. It was as corporate as one could get. I was living a fast paced, high stress life, constantly on the go, but deep down I always felt like something was missing. What was the turning point that led you to Gurudev and the art of living? It was in 1995 when I was working as a regional manager for American Airlines in Denver, Colorado. One day, while visiting a client, a flyer fell off her desk. It was for something called a healing breath workshop. The client, who was somewhat intuitive, mentioned that the flyer seemed to be meant for me. At that time, I was suffering from terrible migraine headaches. I had a hunch that there was something powerful about breath work because long, deep breaths helped alleviate my migraines. This flyer felt like a sign I had decided to attend the workshop. That is fascinating. And how did you go from attending a workshop to becoming a full time art of living teacher? When I attended the workshop, it was transformative. I felt an immediate connection to the teachings and the practices. After the workshop, I met His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji. From the very first day, he told me that I would become a full time teacher, art of living teacher. At that moment, I didn't fully understand what that meant, but I felt an undeniable pull to say yes. A year later, in 1998, I left my corporate career and moved to the German ashram to become a full time teacher. That's a huge leap of faith. What motivated you to make such a significant change? The teachings and the peace I found through Gurudev's guidance were unlike anything I had ever experienced before. My corporate life was successful, but it didn't fulfill me at a deeper level. The wisdom and the practices of the art of living gave me a sense of purpose and fulfillment that I had been seeking all my life. It was challenging to leave behind a lavish lifestyle, but the inner calling was too strong to ignore. You have achieved many firsts within the organization, from being the first Western AOL teacher to launching several initiatives. Can you share some insights? It has been an incredible journey. I became the first president of the International Association for Human Values in the USA and helped launch it in Europe. I was also the first Western AOL teacher to conduct the Dynamism for Self Foundation program and the first international director for youth programs. Each of these roles has been about spreading Gurudev's message and teachings to as many people as possible. One of my proudest moments was when we launched the volunteer training program in the USA, which has empowered so many people to make a difference in their communities. In 2019, you became a best selling author with your book Becoming Unshakable. Can you tell us more about the book and the journey of writing it? The journey of writing Becoming Unshakable started many years ago. Gurudev had told me to write a book. Long before I actually began writing, initially I felt inhibited and unsure if I could do it. I started by writing articles, but Gurudev wasn't impressed and kept urging me to write the book. It took years, but I finally completed it, drawing from my journals and personal experiences on the path. The book chronicles my journey from a corporate executive to becoming a full time teacher. With all its ups and downs, it includes 15 key wisdom lessons I learned from Gurudev, which have shaped who I am today. The book aims to light the path for others, showing that while the journey might not always be easy, it is deeply fulfilling. What has been the most profound lesson you have learned from Gurudev? One of the most profound lessons is about unconditional love. I have always wondered if it truly exists and how to experience it. Through Gurudev's teachings and the practices, I have learned that unconditional love starts within oneself and then extends outwards. His wisdom has taught me the importance of living in the present moment, maintaining inner peace, and being resilient no matter what life throws at you. Currently, you are working on another book and creating short films. Can you tell us more about these projects? Yes, I'm working on another book that is more focused on the Western audience, aiming to make Gurudev's teachings more accessible and relatable. Additionally, I am creating short films and humorous skits that capture his wisdom and the joy he brings to our lives. These projects are my way of sharing the light and love I have received from Gurudev with a broader audience. That sounds exciting. Lastly, how can people find your book and learn more about your work? Becoming Unshakable is available on Amazon in both the US and in India as well. I am also active in teaching various programs within the Art of Living, such as the Happiness Program, Volunteer Training Program, and Project Welcome Home Troops. People can learn more about my work through the Art of Living and IAHV websites. Sharing this journey and these teachings is my passion, and I hope they bring as much joy and transformation to others as they have to me. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible journey with us, Patti. Your story is truly inspiring. Thank you. It's been a pleasure sharing my story. I hope it inspires others to find their own path to inner peace and fulfillment. Jai Gurudev.